From the Philippines to Chile, Perth to New Hampshire, fans flooded social media with tributes. Times, Athlete of the Year. Forbes, Most Powerful. But why did the WNBA call this a turning point? We break down the viral video that broke basketball and what it means for the league's future. Is Caitlin Clark's 23rd birthday on January 22, 2025. She turns 23 years old today, and she spent part of her birthday. The basketball world came to a standstill on January 23, 2025, as Caitlin Clark celebrated her 23rd birthday. But this wasn't just any athlete's birthday celebration. It became a global phenomenon that showcased the unprecedented impact of women's basketball's brightest star. Let's dive into how a birthday turned into a worldwide celebration that had the WNBA buzzing. 23. It is no longer 22, and I'm not sure. Look, I don't know how many people of all time have had better 22-year-old years. The day started with a deeply personal touch. Connor McCaffrey, Clark's boyfriend and a basketball coach at Butler University, kicked off the celebrations with a heartfelt Instagram post that gave fans a glimpse into their relationship. "Finally, we're celebrating together this year," McCaffrey wrote, referencing how Clark's previous birthdays were often consumed by her college basketball commitments at Iowa. His words, "You have an incredible ability to inspire and lift up those around you," resonated with fans who've witnessed Clark's impact firsthand. But what truly set this birthday apart was the global outpouring of love from fans across 6 continents. The Indiana Fever, showing their marketing savvy and understanding of Clark's worldwide appeal, compiled video messages that demonstrated just how far her influence reaches. A couple from the Philippines, their voices filled with emotion, shared how Clark had become their inspiration for raising their future daughter. This wasn't just about basketball. It was about inspiring the next generation. Third birthday. What was the only thing Caitlin Clark has posted on? The first thing she posted? Oh, I bet on Caitlin Clark's birthday, the Clark Foundation announces a partnership with Scholastic National Literacy Program to donate 22,000 books under-resourced schools focusing on Iowa and Indiana. Caitlin Clark Foundation expects to distribute the books to elementary, middle schools, children's hospital, and other nonprofit organizations. Caitlin says reading and education have always been hugely important in my life. The messages kept coming, each one revealing a different facet of Clark's impact. A fan from Chile in South America sent birthday wishes in Spanish, proving that basketball's language is universal. From Perth, Australia, supporters stayed up late to record their messages, showing how Clark's influence spans time zones and hemispheres. The geographical spread was stunning. New Hampshire to Nebraska, New Mexico to Michigan, creating a tapestry of admiration that crossed cultural and national boundaries. What made these messages particularly powerful was their authenticity. These weren't scripted corporate greetings. They were raw, emotional connections from real fans. A young supporter from New Hampshire spoke about watching every game, while another from Omaha shared how Clark had inspired them to be true to themselves, regardless of others' opinions. These personal stories transformed a birthday celebration into a testament of Clark's broader impact on society. Meanwhile, at the Indiana Fever facility, Clark was doing what she does best. Fever's social media team captured a moment that perfectly encapsulated why she's become such an inspiration. During what they called a birthday challenge, Clark demonstrated her legendary work ethic by draining 50 out of 54 three-point shots. This wasn't just impressive shooting, it was a message about dedication and excellence that resonated with fans worldwide. The Fever's coaches and front office staff, understanding the significance of the moment, organized their own surprise, brought out balloons and cake, creating a family atmosphere that showed the human side of professional sports. When they sang Happy Birthday, the moment was captured on video, showing a side of Clark that fans rarely get to see. The person behind the phenomenon, genuinely touched by the gesture. This birthday celebration came just days after another significant moment in Clark's ascending career. She was spotted sitting next to Taylor Swift at the Kansas City Chiefs playoff game, a placement that wasn't coincidental. It represented the convergence of sports and popular culture, with Clark firmly established as a figure who transcends basketball. The images of Clark and Swift cheering together quickly went viral, adding another layer to Clark's growing cultural significance. The timing of all this couldn't have been more perfect. Just weeks earlier, Forbes had named Clark among the world's 100 most powerful women in 2024, placing her alongside global leaders and industry titans. Time magazine's recognition of her as Athlete of the Year further cemented her status as not just a basketball player, but a cultural icon, reshaping perceptions of women's sports. What's particularly noteworthy about Clark's birthday celebration is how it differed from those of other WNBA stars. While many players spend their off-seasons playing overseas or participating in the unrivaled league, Clark chose to stay focused on training with the Fever staff. This decision, rather than diminishing her global impact, seemed to enhance it, allowing her to connect with fans in a more direct and meaningful way. The Indiana Fever's social media strategy around Clark's birthday revealed something significant about the future of women's basketball. By showcasing the global nature of her fan base, they demonstrated that the WNBA's potential market extends far beyond traditional boundaries. The fact that fans from multiple continents felt compelled to send birthday wishes suggests a level of international engagement that few athletes, male or female, have achieved. For the WNBA, Clark's birthday celebration represented more than just a successful social media moment. It provided concrete evidence of what many had suspected, that Clark's appeal transcends traditional basketball demographics. When fans from the Philippines talk about using her as inspiration for their future daughter, it shows how sports figures can influence societal attitudes across cultures. The ripple effects of Caitlin Clark's 23rd birthday celebration extended far beyond simple well wishes. The global response revealed something profound about the changing landscape of women's basketball and sports culture as a whole. Let's dive deeper into what this unprecedented birthday celebration means for the future of women's sports. The Indiana Fever's decision to compile and share birthday messages from around the world wasn't just a marketing strategy. It was a statement about the evolving nature of fan engagement in women's sports. When fans from Perth, Australia, stay up late to record birthday messages, or when a couple from the Philippines shares their parenting aspirations inspired by Clark, we're seeing a new kind of athlete-fan relationship emerging. The timing of Clark's birthday celebration, coming just after her appearance at the Kansas City Chiefs playoff game alongside Taylor Swift, creates an interesting narrative about visibility in women's sports. The images of Clark and Swift cheering together went viral not just because of the star power involved, but because it represented something larger, the mainstreaming of women's sports figures in popular culture. What makes Clark's impact particularly noteworthy is how she's achieved this global reach while staying true to her basketball roots. On her birthday, while messages poured in from around the world, she was in the gym, drilling three-pointers with the same dedication that marked her college career. This combination of global appeal and fundamental work ethic resonates strongly with fans and aspiring athletes alike. The birthday wishes themselves tell an important story about representation in sports. When young fans from New Hampshire to Nebraska talk about watching every game, they're describing a level of engagement with women's sports that was rare just a few years ago. The accessibility of women's basketball, combined with Clark's compelling style of play, has created new pathways for fan connection. The business implications of Clark's global appeal are significant. When Forbes included her in the world's 100 most powerful women, they weren't just recognizing her athletic achievements. They were acknowledging her potential to reshape the economics of women's sports. The international nature of her birthday celebrations suggests untapped markets for the WNBA and women's sports in general. The contrast between Clark's approach to the off-season and that of other WNBA players is telling. While many players seek additional playing opportunities overseas or in the unrivaled league, Clark's focus on training with the Fever staff has allowed her to build a different kind of connection with fans. This approach, combined with her social media presence, creates a year-round engagement that benefits both the player and the league. The role of social media in amplifying Clark's impact cannot be overstated. When the Fever shared the video of her making 50 out of 54 three-pointers during her birthday practice, it wasn't just highlighting her skills, it was providing content that fans could share and discuss across platforms. This organic spread of content helps build the kind of sustained engagement that women's sports have historically struggled to achieve. The personal nature of many birthday messages reveals another important aspect of Clark's appeal, her ability to inspire beyond the basketball court. When fans talk about how she's inspired them to be themselves or pursue their dreams, they're describing an impact that transcends sports. This kind of influence has traditionally been reserved for a select few athletes, regardless of gender. The personal nature of many birthday messages reveals another important aspect of Clark's appeal, her ability to inspire beyond the basketball court. When fans talk about how she's inspired them to be themselves or pursue their dreams, they're describing an impact that transcends sports. This kind of influence has traditionally been reserved for a select few athletes, regardless of gender. The involvement of the Fever's coaching staff and front office in Clark's birthday celebration speaks to the organization's understanding of her unique position in the sport. The surprise celebration, complete with balloons and cake, showed a human side of professional sports that fans rarely get to see. This kind of content helps break down barriers between athletes and fans, creating deeper connections. Looking at the geographical spread of birthday wishes provides insights into potential growth markets for women's basketball. Messages from South America, Asia, and Australia suggest opportunities for the WNBA to expand its international presence. Clark's ability to connect with fans across cultural and linguistic boundaries could serve as a model for future international expansion efforts. The timing of Clark's birthday celebration, coming as the WNBA prepares for a new season, creates momentum that could benefit the entire league. The global attention she attracts brings new eyes to women's basketball, potentially helping other players and teams build their own international followings. Connor McCaffrey's birthday message, while personal, also highlighted an important aspect of Clark's appeal, her authenticity. The ability to maintain genuine relationships and connections while achieving global fame resonates with fans who are increasingly seeking authentic connections with athletes they admire. The fact that Clark chose to spend her birthday practicing sends a powerful message about commitment and professional dedication. This approach to her craft, combined with her global appeal, creates a compelling narrative about what it means to be a professional athlete in today's interconnected world. The response from the basketball community to Clark's birthday celebration suggests a shifting dynamic in how women's sports are perceived and promoted. The engagement from fans worldwide demonstrates that there's a genuine appetite for women's basketball content when it's presented in an engaging and accessible way. As women's sports continue to grow in popularity and visibility, Clark's birthday celebration provides a template for how athletes can build and maintain global connections while staying focused on their athletic development. This balance between accessibility and excellence could serve as a model for future generations of athletes. The cultural significance of Clark's birthday celebration extends beyond sports. When Time magazine named her Athlete of the Year, they recognized not just her athletic achievements, but her potential to influence broader societal conversations about women in sports and leadership roles in general. The economic implications of Clark's global appeal are still unfolding. The international response to her birthday suggests potential opportunities for expansion in merchandising, broadcast rights, and digital content across multiple markets. Her ability to connect with fans worldwide could help the WNBA build sustainable international partnerships. As the WNBA continues to evolve, Clark's approach to fan engagement and professional development could influence how future players build their careers. The combination of athletic excellence, authentic connection, and global appeal creates a powerful model for success in modern professional sports. The birthday celebration, while centered on Clark, ultimately tells a larger story about the evolving landscape of women's sports and the increasing potential for female athletes to build global platforms. As women's basketball continues to grow, the lessons from this celebration could inform how the sport approaches international expansion and fan engagement in the future.